So I'm now ready for stage 2 of this total switcheroo when it comes to the idea of track maintenance and track cleaning. And in fact, I think maybe a better term would be maintaining track continuity versus track cleaning, since the focus is shifting. Now, we've already seen what happens to a Royal Blue that starts with perfectly clean wheels, the same with some lighted passenger cars. And after they've been run for a while on our test track with some CRC, how we see in a way more buildup than you would typically. However, the engine and the lights still shine brightly. The engine still runs flawlessly. So the continuity is better, even though the wheels are probably about as dirty as you'd expect to see them. And then we discovered that we could very easily take the buildup off the tires. It was just not on there, caked on there at all. So test number 2 is going to be where I have a circus engine that about an hour ago, runtime wise, had brand spanking clean tires, pickup tires, wheels, and was on track that had just been cleaned using my traditional alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. And near the end of that runtime, that circus engine was sparking just awfully. There was spots it was stalling out completely. And so for all intents and purposes, it's not operational right now. So I thought this would be a great test bed to try our experiment, but this time we'll start with an engine that's got bad conductivity, all right? And we'll see what happens if we put it on this loop, again, that's got the CRC treatment to it. I probably will add some fresh to it just so it's wet again. And let's just see what happens to our circus engine. But first, I want you to inspect with me the pickup wheels, and we'll kind of get our baseline. Okay, so here is the circus engine, and it does have steel wheels on the back, brass on the front, and I don't know how well this is going to focus. I need 2 hands here, but pretty awful. Lots and lots of buildup there. If we go up here to the brass ones, similar story. And again, I was seeing sparking, arcing that was going quite a bit wider than the edges of the tender. So we're going to go ahead and put this engine on our test bed, our test loop, which is there in the middle, and got the CRC there, and we will see what kind of results occur. Okay, at this point, I have not put any fresh CRC on the track, on this loop. So everything that's on there is going to be dry. And like I said, I was having a lot of trouble with the circus engine and as far as intermittent running because of the bad pickup, dirty pickups. So I'm going to give it some gas here. And again, without adding any more fluid CRC to the track, and there you can see it stalled out. I'm going to give it a little tap here. But we'll see if we get any kind of improvement if I just, again, run it over the track as is without adding any more CRC. Looks like our front wheels are off there. Front wheels do not want to stay on the track. So circus engine has made a couple loops now. I'm not seeing really any change in the conductiveness or continuity of the pickup wheels. Maybe a slight improvement, but it's still kind of herky-jerky and actually will stall out once in a while. So the next step is to go ahead and apply some fresh CRC to the rails and go from there, see what happens. So if we start seeing it able to make it through that switch without stalling out, that'll definitely be a sign that we are seeing some improvement. I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit more CRC over here to the rails. Well, all right. I am definitely seeing some consistency that wasn't present before in terms of speed and how it's navigating some of these sections of track. This is actually a pretty challenging stretch because of the reverse curves that you have. It makes an engine and pickup wheels kind of have to flux. It's also not very smooth. There's some short sections of track and some rough track. It's a challenge. So yeah, to get any kind of smooth performance on this is no easy thing. All right, I'm going to add a little bit more CRC down here. Wow, I just took a swipe over here where the engine keeps stalling out, and that's what came up on my paper towel. Pretty awful. Now, I have not yet locked the tender down on this circus engine because there was a little bit more work I needed to do in terms of the tender, the wiring, and squaring up the trucks a bit more, which that I think might be impacting some of its performance on this, like I said, rough track with bends and twists in it, which is probably why it's having a little issue here at that switch. But overall, definitely seeing some improvements. Now I think the next thing to do is to take my rag, which is quickly becoming pretty black, and okay, so here it's clean. I'm just gonna gently wipe it towards me. Yeah, there's a lot of black on there. But again, what's interesting is the track. The track is I don't know if I say slippery or close to slippery, but it's definitely different texture to it than what I'm used to with regular buildup on the rails. So at this point, I think what we're going to do is we're going to stop the engine and take a look at the pickup wheels and just do a before after sort of thing. Okay, as I mentioned, I don't have the tender clips all the way in yet because I still have some more to do on the tender, so I'm trying to be careful not to pull it all apart here, but want to certainly take a look at things. Yeah, those wheels still looked awful back there. Now these look a little bit more like what we saw with the royal blue. So the next thing to do is to take my paper towel, and I haven't put anything on it. I'm just going to hold it against the steel tires, rotate the tires, and look at that. And they are coming, it's coming off. And again, typically steel tires, it's pretty hard to get debris off of them, but it's coming right off of this pretty expediently. Wow. That is pretty cool. So the moral of the story at this point is CRC is our friend. If we're into wanting to have longer operating sessions and not worry so much about all the hours and hours of cleanup, I think this might be a good approach. It certainly allows the wheels to, I don't know if I'd say repel, because there's still a material on them, but it's just not, it's not stuck. It's not stuck on there like it tends to be normally when you run this AC power on tin plate track. So obviously we'll do a little more testing, but for me, I'm convinced this is a good route to go.